I'm Dennis Yu, host of the Coach U Show, and what we do is we take recipes from other business leaders on how they do things step by step so everyone else can repeat those and follow. I was a math guy, so I thought that everything is formulas and equations. And so when it came to digital marketing 30 years ago, I thought, how do I teach other people how to build websites, how to build landing pages, how to write copy, how to do video, how to build a WordPress site? And naturally, I've just accumulated a library of all these recipes from all these other experts, and I just want to put it out there and align with DigitalMarketer on how we can help these 10,000 businesses double in the next few years. And as part of that, I would like to see 1 million jobs blossom from our training. I believe that anyone who can achieve a result, whether it's hitting a golf club or it's driving sales in a Facebook ad, is based on some kind of recipe. If you have the ingredients and you have the technique and the tools, you will be able to get that result. I like to work with businesses that have a personal brand where there's some kind of expert. Maybe it's a doctor, it's a real estate agent, and as a service business, because they build relationships through their expertise and through their story, they can put that out there and be known. And be known on Facebook, on Google, on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, other sorts of places to get their story out there. And then with all the data that we have from these different systems, we can optimize that to be able to drive more leads and sales. So ultimately, heart-centered entrepreneurs. In the last 30 years, I've seen a shift from what used to be when I was called a webmaster, building web pages with text, all the way towards video that's interactive. And everything here is simulating what a live conversation would be if you and I were to sit down together. And I think that everything with the social channels, everything with all the tools out there is getting us closer and closer to having real conversations, which is ironic because if you think about 30 years ago, before there was the internet, you would talk to a shopkeeper and they would remember who you were and what you're up to and engage with you. Now we're just trying to simulate something that we already had 30 years ago. People now want to have relationships. And a lot of people talk about being authentic and being real. But what does that really mean? Does that mean that you have to be on TikTok and YouTube and you have to be Gary Vaynerchuk and talk about, what's going on and have the cell phone constantly in your face? I don't think so. I think it's about structuring your 3x3 videos, structuring these little 1-minute snippets about who you are, your why story, the expertise that you have and how, and the different things you have to offer, which is your what. You would think that the extroverts and the public speakers are the ones who are most likely to be able to get the most reach, and certainly the influencers are going to be seen a lot more. But what I find is that the people who have expertise, the people who care, the people who are more thoughtful tend to be the introverts. And the introverts, last night I talked to a lady where she barely speaks English and she does tax accounting and she thought that she was in this boring industry, and I said, you help people save millions on taxes. That is very interesting. So if you niche down to exactly what area you serve, it's very interesting to that particular set of customers. And the last thing people want to see is some salesperson who talks so well that you can't really trust them. People want to see who you are, and the flaws that we have actually cause people to identify with us more. A lot of people are saying that's already been done. You can go to YouTube and see a list of all these other videos on that same topic. But each of us addresses a different audience. And we look at these common themes of family, of success, of working hard, of taking care of our clients. Who doesn't want to echo those same themes? There's nothing wrong with saying that the reason you're in business is because you care for your family, because of your child, because of your significant other, because you care for employees. These are all common themes that the more you put out there, the more likely it's going to resonate with the people in your community. So you actually want that kind of overlap. You got to get 100 videos in. And that's what it takes. Your first 100 videos are going to suck. Your first 100 blog posts are going to suck. But the number of people who can actually make it to that point, it's the same thing as people on New Year's, they decide they're going to lose weight and they sign up for a gym membership. How many of them on March 1st are still working out at the gym? Just like with anything, you got to put in the time, and you will suck at first. But I can tell you, when you're in that 1% that makes it past 100 days and you've made a habit, you're going to beat all the other people, all the other dentists, all the other real estate agents, all the other people in your category. I've seen people who were horrible, like my friend Welton Hong, who is a DM certified partner, but he's been putting out videos every single day. He serves funeral homes, and now he's the top provider in that industry. It is disheartening to work and not see results. But what I like to say is, just know that for every 10 attempts, you're going to have one win, generally. Think about Babe Ruth, one of the most popular baseball players ever, the home run king. What percent of the time did he hit a home run? 7%. So be okay with 93% failure, because one home run is all you need. In 2030, marketing is going to be so automated because of all the tools, because of all the different social networks, that the only thing left that the robot can't automate or fake are the actual relationships that we have, which circles back to the word of mouth, circles back to the relationships that we have with our customers. So if we know that there's automation and deep faking and tools that create content and distribute content and all that, then the most valuable thing is the very seed that those tools and those robots cannot create, which is our identities. So when we could record behind the scenes of what it's like with our customers, of what we stand for, of why we're doing what we're doing, of those lightweight behind the scenes kinds of moments, that's the stuff that the AI can't figure out. Because, you know, like in the Matrix, when the machine is making food, everything tastes like chicken because it really doesn't know what to label it as. So I'm not afraid of the different tools. The tools are here to assist us because we live above the line. We live above the robots. So we're dictating to the tools what the tools need to do, but that means we have to put the ingredients in. The ingredients are those little lightweight moments that we collect on our cell phones. So in 10 years from now, everything's going to be automatically created. Funnels will be auto-generated. Ads will be automatically created. All the targeting will be done for us. The optimization, the ad spend, it'll just be like putting something in the machine and pressing a button. So then whoever can put the best stuff in the machine is going to win because everyone has access to the same machine. A lot of people say that starting an agency is difficult because it's too late and it's too competitive, and the churn rate is super high. In social, the churn rate is 90 days. On customers and PPC, it's a year. And a lot of people are between 90 days and a year. But now is actually the best time to start a marketing agency because of what happened with COVID, because of all these people that are now starting to get online, because of how poorly businesses are doing digital. It is a complete blue ocean. The fact that there's a lot of agencies out there doesn't mean there's a lot of competition. It means there's a lot of people that aren't doing it properly. And so you know that we coach through DigitalMarketer thousands of agencies. The reality is most of them don't even know how to do what they're supposed to do. They haven't niched down. Maybe they know how to do one thing, like build really good websites, but what about all the other components? It is still wide open. It is still brand new.